Now, let's add some layers to this recording. We know that we can record our voice, but maybe we want to put in some music with that recording, or maybe we want to layer a couple of voice tracks on top. So we know we already have this voice recording, but let's record another one. Now, while you're recording another track, or maybe this is another student that you're telling to record, and they each have a different line of a story. So here we have maybe the first recording part of the story, and then we would want to record another student telling the second part of the story. So here's our first track. Let's get our second one, but I want to mute over here. If I click on mute, I will not hear the first track while I'm recording the second track. So I mute, I go up to record. And I know in this first track, I was telling the student, good morning, welcome to music class. So now I'm going to give them another direction. Look up at the board. You have 3 phrases to teach yourself how to clap. You have 5 minutes to teach yourself how to clap these 3 phrases. Then teach your partner and check with them. Okay, so now I have one track and then I have another track. Now let's say that I see that the problem is they might play at the same time, but let's see if they actually play at the same time.
This is Mrs. Clifford. Good morning. Today is February 24th. Let's get ready.
Okay, both tracks are playing at the same time and we do not want that. So I see this little left and right arrow. It's a time shift tool. If I click that, I can actually go down here, left click, drag my whole second recording to start when the first one ends. So I have my morning directions, then I have my okay, you've got 5 minutes to teach yourself how to clap this pattern on the board. All right, so if I unmute everything, which it is, I could hear both tracks. Now, let's say we want to make it pretty fancy and we want to add some music to this. So I can also import music into this to play on top of a voice by going to File, Import, and I need to tell it what I'm going to import. So I'm going to import some audio from somewhere on my computer. It says, where does it live? Now for me, mine lives on my desktop, I'm hoping. And I have this little folder ready for me up here. It's just called music. There we go. And inside I just have some little MP3s of some random music. Let's just click on this Ragtime Andy. That sounds like it'll be fun. I double click it. And look, that music just popped in. Let's hear the music by itself. I'm going to mute my voice so I can hear what the music sounds like. Okay, so let's say I wanted to trim that music just a little bit. I could trim that music by doing the same thing. I'm going to click and drag. Let's say I want it to start right where the big sound wave is. Hit delete. That goes out, and let's play the music. Cool, so the music starts right away. Now I notice my music is a lot longer than my voice passages. So that's okay. I can, if I want to, I can simply drag, left click, drag, hit delete, and get that out of there so they actually end at the exact same time. Now the problem is my music might be louder than my voice. So let's unmute my voice to see if we can hear them both. Ready? Here we go.
Hi, this is Mrs. Clifford. Good morning. Today.
Oh yes, that's way louder. So if I go down here to my song, to the music, I have a minus and a plus. If I drag that to the minus, it's going to make that way softer. So let's see.
Hi, this is Mrs. Clifford. Good morning. Today is February 24th. Let's get ready for class. Look up at the board. You have 3 phrases to teach yourself how.
Okay, I'm actually going to make it even a little bit quieter just so the students could really hear my voice in this important announcement for when they get to class. So you know what? I could also take my voice and turn it up just a little bit too on both the tracks. Let's give it one more shot by hitting play.
Hi, this is Mrs. Clifford. Good morning. Today is February 24th. Let's get ready for class. Look up at the board. You have 3 phrases to.
Okay, so basically what we did is we created a track 1, a track 2, and a track 3, and 3 is the music. So you can actually name these tracks because if you are recording like 10 different students, you might actually forget which student did which track. So you could come up here to where it says audio track and say I want to name this one. So let's say that I have a student named John. Let's say that this would be John's recording. So I hit OK, and up here it says John. Cool, now I know that John did that one. Now let's say that Jillian is another student, that she did track number 2. Let's say that's Jillian. Okay, I hit OK. Now I know that if I'm recording multiple students at different places, I know who is who, and if I need to delete John's and have him redo it, I can just gut John's and then have him re-record and drag it to the right place. So this is essentially how we would build a couple of layers and then export them. We're going to do the same thing. File. And, oh, I have to make sure to hit the stop button. Otherwise, it thinks I'm still working on this project. File. Export. And I'm going to call this multiple student track, just so we know what it's called for now. I am saving it to the desktop just so we can see it easily for right now. I save it. I can call it whatever I want. I could list the student names. That would be fine. I hit OK. Okay, and it says your tracks will be mixed down to 2 stereo channels. Hey, that's okay. Let's just go ahead and get it recorded. All right, so it takes just a moment. I'm going to minimize this. On my desktop, there it is, multiple student recording. I'm going to double click it to see if I can get it into iTunes.
Hi, this is Mrs. Clifford. Good morning. Today is February 24th. Let's get ready for class.
Okay, it's in iTunes. I can officially drag that one to my student playlist as well. This is how you would make a multi-track layer inside Audacity.